A family who returns from a long holiday only to find that their home has been furnished with new items in a most ordered and perfect manner, and that every detail has been thought of and provided to meet their needs, will be most astonished and affected. They will wonder who arranged this surprise. Of course, it is impossible to stay indifferent to such an astounding surprise. For example, would they really say, "We don't really care how this happened, just as long as it happened"? Or would they suppose that everything happened by itself or by chance, and that the new furniture decided on its own to install itself there? Such ideas are laughable, for all events are the result of a certain intelligence, consciousness, and power that makes them happen. For that reason, the existence of someone who has thought of everything and consciously arranged it is clear. This example also applies to the universe, our world, and all of its living and non-living entities. There are countless, infinitely complex systems and delicate balances in the universe, in all of existence and all phenomena, from the human body to the sky, from animals to the depths of the ocean. Everyone who can think and reason sees that only God, with his superior power and intelligence, could have created these complex systems and delicate balances. Brightly colored, sweet-smelling flowers, delicious fruits and vegetables that spring from muddy soil, the sense organs which enable us to enjoy each created item's unique properties, the human body with its many complex systems, all of which work in harmony, the sun, which illuminates and warms, and its ideal size and distance from our earth, the rain, which brings bone-dry soil to life. The earth is full of such proofs revealing the superior might and knowledge of God. The Quran refers to two important features that lead to these signs being deepened and understood: thinking deeply and possessing knowledge. In many of his verses, God wills us to think about the things he has created, and thus to learn from and be advised by them. In the creation of the heavens and earth, and the alternation of the night and day, and the ships that sail the seas to people's benefit, and the water that God sends down from the sky, by which he brings earth to life when it was dead, and scatters about in it creatures of every kind, and the varying direction of the winds and the clouds subservient between heaven and earth, there are signs for people who use their intellect. All living and non-living things have been created in a way that is designed to encourage us to ponder his superior power of creation, art, and knowledge. Ignoring and failing to give these matters their due importance means turning one's back upon his verses, something that all believers must avoid. It is of great importance to constantly reflect on the proofs of God's creation in order to acquire a greater depth of contemplation. Verses refer to believers reflecting long and hard on the creation, for instance, of the earth and sky. In the creation of the heavens and earth, and the alternation of night and day, there are signs for people with intelligence. Those who remember God, standing, sitting, and lying on their sides, and reflect on the creation of the heavens and earth. Our Lord, you have not created this for nothing. Glory be to you. So safeguard us from the punishment of the fire. God has revealed that the signs leading to faith have a great significance for thinking people. However, the thinking referred to here does not consist of such cliched reactions as, "How splendidly God has created these," or "What a magnificent animal." We must think long and hard as well as deeply, in a wide-ranging manner, about what God has created, so that we can identify the wisdom and detail in that creation, and thus bear witness to His infinite knowledge, might, and artistry. It is He who sends down water from the sky. From it you drink, and from it come the shrubs among which you graze your herds. And by it He makes crops grow for you, and olives and dates and grapes and fruit of every kind. There is certainly a sign in that for people who reflect. Water is a blessing that covers much of the earth. It can almost always be found with ease. The great majority of people have perhaps never even thought once about the water they drink every day. They regard water and how it meets our needs as something that does not require any consideration. The fact is, however, that the physical and chemical properties of water could have been very different had God so willed. In addition, the atmosphere's structure or temperature could have been different. If that were the case, there would be no clouds and thus no sources of fresh water on Earth. All we would have is the salty water of the oceans, in which case humanity would not have survived, or would have done so only in a state of great difficulty due to a constant water crisis. Without fresh water, there would have been no agriculture, and the world would have become a vast desert whose only product would be famine. Yet God gave us fresh water just about everywhere in the world. For this, we must thank Him. But to genuinely feel and express that gratitude, first of all, we must realize that water is a blessing. This, in turn, depends on thinking. People are so familiar with the existence of water that they perhaps never think about the way a large part of the earth is covered in it. Yet the fact that among all the known heavenly bodies, only the earth possesses water, and especially the fact that this water is drinkable, is a matter of the very greatest importance.